All right, y'all, welcome to my show. My name is David Choi. I'm a real estate investor, and today, well, my guys are coaching me up on how to close a Novation deal. It's been so long since I pitched it, I tend to overcomplicate it, confuse people, and my guys who pick up literally a deal every single day of their lives are coaching me, and so hope you guys get some value, and let's make some money, baby. Drop down and get me 30. All right, you are forgiven now. Choi, you owe us 20. Come on. Yeah, but he showed up late to this room.
All right, so I think we're generally on the same page. What they're currently going through, how long they've been dealing with these issues, what their motivation is, what they hope to accomplish, what their timeline is, all that stuff. In that questioning, you kind of get an idea where they need to be as far as pricing goes, right? You probably already have it based on the notes. You clarify that, and then you make them a custom offer, right? We always start with cash to begin with. Oftentimes, that's not going to be where we're going to land the deal, but it's used as a lever to anchor that person. So if you know that the person wants 600 grand and the cash offer is going to be 475, it's almost not even worth saying the 475 because you might just offend them. So you would come at like 545 where you know they're going to say no.
I would say most of the time I'm coming out saying this is our cash offer, it's as is, closing on your timeline, 30 days or less. This is our like Bentley of transactions, is expensive, we're at 475. But we got other stuff in the middle between that where we could figure out a more comparable solution, like a more middle ground solution. But we got to get a little creative, look at outside financing, explore lining up things in advance of the closing.
So we do custom offer, cash anchor with value add, right? So if they need relocation services, our white glove service on transaction support, and then you transition over now, go no way, that doesn't work. What's the, then how do you transition from there?
No, like I put my cards on the table. Do you mind letting me know where you realistically thought I would be at on this?
I was hoping to get $600,000, but I do know I'm saving a lot of money on expenses and commissions, so I'm willing to work with you a little bit, but not so far from the 600,000.
The 600,000. So what have you done so far to get the 600,000?
Oh, I talked to a couple realtors. I get mail all the time about emails about what they think it might be worth. You know, I'm like kind of familiar with what's selling around the corner and things like that. I've seen a couple properties sell, and I was like, wow, if those houses are selling for 600, some selling for even a little higher, I'm like, I'm sure I could, maybe get something like that myself.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, at the end of the day, the difference between me and a realtor is like when we have that tough conversation, like we're the ones putting up the money, we're taking on all the risk. The realtor is looking for a 6-month window where they get a commission regardless of who you end up selling it to. So obviously they're gonna have a more rosy picture. Like let's say they sell it for 600 and you pay all your closing costs and commissions and everything goes smoothly. It's probably 550 is right around like where your walk away would be. So that's the number that I'm more focused on, and I'm 75,000 away from that. But again, that's a very optimistic lens. I see other comparables that are listed right now for 550 struggling to sell. So, I mean, I could pull up a bunch of comparables and show you where the value is. Like we have Jackson, our underwriter, he's on salary. This is all he does every day. I struggle to believe that he would be so below the market when I also know that the people quoting the 600 have some sort of bias as to why they want to lock you into a term.
I'm not necessarily pulling up comps, but I am speaking logically to the fact that they might actually end up doing better in the event that they sold to us.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be like, look, hypothetically, you end up selling this property for $600,000, right? And I pull up $600,000 on my phone. And I go, I buy and I renovate and I sell newly finished properties every single day of my life, right? This is what I do for a living, and I have to pay real estate commissions, transfer taxes, and I don't care how nice the property is. Every single buyer in the market is asking for repairs, and they're asking for price reductions. It happens over and over, and God forbid they don't get the right financing, and I got to start all over again. I've had this happen to me personally, right? I'm 90 days into a deal, They missed one car payment, and now I'm back to square one. I got to take it off the market, and I got to put it on the market. And now I'm holding the property for 6 months. It happens to me all the time. And so I would just say, like, conservatively, we could say that out of the $600,000 that you would like to sell it for, you're easily going to lose 8% off the top, right? So about $50,000. Is that fair? Fair. Okay. So now I write down 600 minus 50,000. So you're gonna walk away with roughly let's just say 48,000 to keep the number simple. $550,000 you're gonna end up walking away with if you go through the hassle of listing the property, showing it weekend after weekend after weekend. I just played to that how much of a nightmare it's gonna be, right?
Yeah.
Like logically, it's gonna be you're gonna end up netting around 550, and then on top of that, you might end up with a buyer that's going to do the same thing that happens to me.
Yeah.
Right? That has happened to me and happens often. So, and on top of that, look, like you're going to have to show your house during the week, on weekends, bother your tenants. I mean, it is genuinely a nightmare to sell the property with a realtor.
It's not, here's why it makes sense in the context of the real estate market and what your other options. It's, here's what we can provide you. And I'm the guy standing right in front of you. So
Yeah.
either do it with me or go take your
Go
chances
somewhere.
and find, hopefully the next person knows what they're doing. But 9 times out of 10, they probably won't know what they're doing and they won't give you that peace of mind.
Okay. All right. Thank you, guys.
No problem.
Coach you gave today.